Hi, this is Peter the Clairvoyant here, and I'm doing a reading here for Lisa, and I'm looking at relationships to start off with. And I just feel as though I was definitely knowing which to bring in first here, but I just feel as though for some reason I'm drawn to sort of work with the angel cards because I'm doing something different here, not just working with the Tarot and the Clairvoyance. I'm going to bring the angel cards in a little bit for each section of the reading, which I didn't do last time. And it's quite interesting to see because I asked the angels to sort of give me to do with relationships past, present, and future, and your past card here is to let the past go. In other words, just don't worry what's happened in the past and sort of put it all behind you. And then the present is coming in for you to start rewarding yourself a little bit. It's like sometimes you give a lot of yourself, so you need to reward yourself, either pamper yourself or treat yourself a little bit, do something that's going to lift you up a little bit. And then the future is to do with forgiveness, but something's drawing me to those two last cards with the present and the future. I feel so they're kind of connected because the present's today and tomorrow's the future, and I just feel so they're very close together. I don't feel like we're talking long distance future. So I feel like what I'm saying is there's somebody around you now that I feel so you've got to forgive so you can move on, whether it's just walking away completely and still forgive it, or you forgive it and rebuild it. And I just feel so, and talk about rebuilding. Right here, I've got the Tower card coming out, and this is all about rebuilding, and this is right in the centre of your life. So I feel as though I'm kind of on something there. So I just get the feeling at the moment you're feeling very up and down with things at the moment. It's like I feel so I'm like this, and this is coming out here where you're up and down with things at the moment. But I feel like now you've got such a sensitive energy that sometimes things get to you very easily, and you've got to learn to let it go so you can move forward. So sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled in different directions, and it's great being there for people, but I just feel as though now you've got to start focusing on you, and this is going to be very, very important now as you move forward. You've got to learn to sort of put the past behind you. You've got to learn to forgive, and you've got to learn to move on and not let the past drag you behind. In other words, can't move forward. So it's like you've got to learn to sort of pick yourself up and dust yourself off and start again. And I know sometimes it isn't easy, but I just feel that this is what you've got to do. But I feel so part of your problem is here is you don't trust very easily. And it's a bit like damned if you do and damned if you don't. If you don't put the energy into it, you're never going to get what you want in life. In other words, love, a positive relationship. And I feel as though, and if you take that leap of faith, then you're worrying, well, if it does go wrong, I shouldn't have done it. So, but, it's all about taking chances, taking leaps of faith. So if I look at this here, this is where it's a battle in your head, trying to work it all out what you should be doing. This is where you've got to start taking a leap of faith. And this is where you've got to start getting balance in your life, but this is upside down. So this is saying, look, you're not in balance. And it's like you've got to start knocking your life down here now, rebuilding yourself. And I feel like there's a very slow, positive progression here of you doing that. But you've got to put all these past sorrows behind you. But I kind of feel, I want to say, you are on your way a little bit, actually. So, because a lot of them are coming upside down. And although some of them are negative cards, it's like I feel as though they're upside down, so it's less of the negative. So I would say you're kind of working through all this a little bit now. So don't worry too much. Just keep doing what you're doing. But I feel now the key is communication. You've got to start communicating your thoughts. You've got to start sort of building upon that. And you've got to stop worrying. You are a bit of a worrier. And, all that worrying doesn't get you anywhere. So, and it's like you've got to start laying your barriers down a little bit. And again, I get the feeling there is a bit of a gradual progression on that. So, there's a lot of sorting out to do still. There's a lot of tidying up to do still. But I just get the feeling, bit by bit, I feel like you're getting there. And I feel so, as you start to step into next year, I just get the feeling you're going to start to feel more positive about things. It's like there's a bit of an air of change around you. And I feel so this is good. And although it isn't showing me here, I'm being drawn to a man around you here. And I'm not sure whether he's in your life now or whether he's coming in. But I see him with short, spiky hair. He looks a bit trendy. Like I feel like he likes to dress smart, nice clothes. very presentable person, but I just get the feeling he's very sort of bubbly, very outgoing. And I feel like because he's so outgoing, you feel like, oh, is he right for me? Or am I good enough for him? It's like I feel as though you're doubting yourself. But I feel as though he looks at you as a very, if you don't mind me saying this, a very voluptuous woman. And he likes that about you. And I just feel as though it's nice. And, and I just feel as though, and accept that. And I feel as though it's like he's drawing to you for who you are and he doesn't want you to change. So don't feel like you've got to change. All you've got to do is be yourself. If you want to change, then fine, change. You've got to do what you feel is right. But he doesn't want you to change for him. He wants you as you are. So that's really good, really nice. And I feel as though, you've just got to embrace it now. And it's all about letting your barriers down so you can let this person in and get close to you. And then I feel as you do that, I get a real sort of positive relationship here coming. So let's just see where you're going here long term. So things are going to start slowly but surely taking off for you. I've definitely got a new beginning coming in. And with this man, I feel as though he's quite hard working. He's got a bit of drive, a bit of ambition around him. And all he wants from you now is your sensitive side. And I feel as though that's really good. So I just feel as though he looks at you in the right way. And he also see a bit of independence with you. And he accepts all aspects of you. This is really good. But you're overthinking it. You're overanalyzing it. It's almost like it feels though you're thinking something's not right, something's not real. Or you're thinking something's going to go wrong. But if you think it's going to go wrong, it will go wrong. You think it's going to work, then, you're bringing that positivity in around you. So your life now is about to move off in a different direction. And I feel so all you've got to do is stand your ground. And look what's here for your outcome card. True love. So things are definitely going beyond the up. And I just feel so it's really good. And you've got your beautiful star card here, which is saying this is your hopes and dreams now. And it's all there for you. So I'm getting a real good positive feel here. So I just feel so just let this flow. Don't put not too much pressure on it, but don't sort of shy away from it neither. I feel like you've got to embrace it. So I'm not saying it's going to be perfect moving forward. There's going to be little setbacks along the way, but nothing's ever simple, is it? Nothing's ever easy or straightforward. But I just get the feeling it's there. When I saw in the beginning where I've got your worries, here it's saying your worries are unfounded. So I just get the feeling now it's all about embracing everything and letting everything in. And I just feel that this is really good, really positive. So it's all there for you. And I get the feeling there's going to be a party coming. And I can see you going with this person. And I can see you really having a good time and letting your hair down. And I just feel so it's really good. So just wait and see. And I can see also talking about some kind of move. But I just feel so just let this flow now and just start focusing on your career. And then I feel so as you do that, then you're onwards and upwards. But I just feel so take each day as it comes. But I just feel so, but again, when I say that, don't sort of hold back. It's like you'll know when to move forward and when you haven't got push things. So I'm feeling quite good about this. It's like you're heading in the right direction. I wouldn't like to put time frames on all this, but I just know it's there. And I feel so there's something good here to build upon. But all you've got to do, like these angel cards say now, is just let your past go. Don't judge the present by the past. Don't judge the future by the past. So it's onwards and upwards and not looking backwards. And I feel so as you do that, it's all looking good. Right, so let's have a look now at work and career for Lisa as we start to move forward into the new year for work and career. Okay. Right, very interesting. Right, see, straight away here, you're coming out somebody's very intuitive. So you've got to start trusting your intuition a little bit more now and going with your gut feelings. And I'm also being drawn to self-employment with you. So just bear me a second. Just let me draw to 3 angel cards and then we'll see what we get. So work and career, past, present and future. Right, okay. So I'm going to work with the angels again first. And it's saying in the past, I feel so you kind of had the good times and you've enjoyed yourself a little bit, but now it's time to focus on your career. And you've just got sort of push your career forward, but you've got to focus on relationships as you move forward. And for the future, it's all about focus on service. So it doesn't matter what you do, what you charge, it's all about quality of service. And that's going to be your key to success. So that's really good. But it says here now, start trusting your intuition a little bit now, going with your gut feelings. But I feel so on a deeper level with that, it is saying, look, you're very intuitive, and it's almost like you can do what I can do. So start believing in yourself a little bit. And if you want to develop that side of things, you could do something with it. And you're also coming out here as the empowered woman. So basically it's saying, look, you should be the boss now, moving up the ladder and creating a very positive career to yourself. But don't take on too much too quick. You know, get used to what you're doing and don't be frightened to ask for help. And this is you here now, getting a little bit more ambitious, a bit more driven. And it's all there for you, it really is. But sometimes you're still holding yourself back a little bit. It's like you're lacking that little bit of confidence. But I feel like now with this positive relationship coming in, I feel so you're going to feel more motivated and that's going to really get you going. So I just feel so everything's fine. And I just feel so I want to say most of your battles are now coming to an end. So it's like push, push, push. And sometimes you can be a woman of balance where you like to know where everything is, where everything's going, and you know where everything is, and that's absolutely fine. But I'm feeling like now it's all about taking leaps of faith. And don't be frightened of studying either. Study's good. It's the key to success. Learning new skills, developing new talents. And I feel so that's going to get you where you need to be. And I get the feeling in the not too distant future as well, you may teach as well yourself. So I just feel so it's really good. But here, if you look at this, here's your victory card. You're onwards and upwards. You really are. So I just feel so whatever you're doing now feels like you're on the right path. So there's your victory card. Sitting right next to that, you got your self-employment, which is saying this is good for you. And sitting next to that, you've got your Wheel of Fortune. So what can I say? So I'll just stop this reading. You don't need it. You're doing great. So I just feel so you're getting there. So I just feel so now it's all about not looking backwards. Got to keep looking forwards. And I just feel so it's good. But I feel like as you get towards the end of next year, it's like you can come to a bit of a crossroads where you can analyse everything that you've done over the last year. And you'll probably do a bit of analysing now. So you'll analyse this year, then you'll analyse next year, and you'll just reevaluate things to say, well, is this good? Is this working? Do I stick with this? Do I get rid of this? You'll just alter things, tweak things. And I feel so it's absolutely fine. Just excuse me a second. I'm just going to swap my chair over. I thought it didn't sit on the chair that was squeaking. I think we must have swapped them around today. That's better, it's not squeaking. It's annoying. So yeah, I just feel as though it's all good, but the main thing is for you now within your career, don't take on too much. Yes, I want you to work hard. Yes, I want you to succeed, but don't break your neck doing it. So if you need a bit of help, don't be frightened to ask for help. You know, you've got to start relying on people. You can't do everything yourself. So if you are starting something that's where it's business, then, you know, if you need somebody sweeping up or whatever it may be, or running a few errands for you, you know, you need to ask for help. You've got to start trusting people a little bit. And I feel as you do that, you'll get there. And I've also got the feeling money's going to start building up around you. In fact, this is your security and your wealth card. So it just feels though, if you want to earn a very big income, and I mean really big, and I mean over 50k a year, that is there for you. But I just feels with that, it's like I feel so you may start after employing people in the future, but it's there for you. But you've got to decide how big you want to go, but it is there for you. So I just feels though you're heading in the right direction. And I'm feeling, to be honest, as I'm looking at this, quite pleased for you. And I feel like the things that have been holding you back in the past are getting lesser and lesser and lesser. So your devil card's now coming upside down. So in other words, things are getting easier. So that's good. So although I've said before, don't let sort of things weigh you down, because success can weigh you down, but it's the problems that are getting less and less, the negative things that have held you back. So just keep focusing. And I'm being drawn to sort of perhaps selling things in the future on the internet with you. And I just feel as though you could connect with overseas with that, whether it's purchasing them or selling them. But I just feel as though that's there for you. But other than that, no, I just feel as though it's all looking pretty good. So just keep doing what you're doing. I just feel as though everything's moving forward. I'm just seeing if there's anything else that's drawing me that I need to tell you, but I don't feel there is. But let's have a look where you're going long term now. See, look, beautiful star card coming out again. So things are on the up. And it just feels that all you need to do now is just seek financial advice. Maybe accountants, banking, stuff like that. But here, it's like you've got so much potential. So much potential. So you're in the driving seat now. And I just feel as though most of your money worries now should be put behind you. But I've still got you worrying over money, but don't. Money's can be fine. All you've got to do now is just look after it and be wise with it. And I just feel as though everything's looking good. I've got you sort of purchasing a new car. And all you've got to do now is just keep yourself busy in the right way. Because I feel like you like to keep busy as you get bored. But just make sure now that you've got that balance right within your life. But other than that, everything's really coming good. Everything's in the right direction. So it's just little things now that you've just got to sort out and deal with. But other than that, it's all looking pretty good. And just make sure that you're looking after yourself. Make sure you're eating properly and drinking properly. It's all right being busy and you've got this to do and you've got that to do and it's keeping you focused. But make sure you've got time to eat and look after yourself. That's going to be very, very important as you move forward. Okay? Right, so let's have a quick look at family. And again, we'll tap into the angels with family. It's the same. It's just the same. That's how strange that is. Right, okay, so with family, I've got you trying to be there for them, but as you become more successful, it's like they may sort of put a drain on you. It's like they feel so they may want you, well, I'll get my words out right here, won't I? They may want your financial support. Now, I'm not saying don't help family, but remember, it's took you hard work to get where you are. And you've got to look after what you've got. And it's not about just today and tomorrow. You've got to think about your pension. Have you got enough money to retire on? So you've got to think about you. So I'm telling you now, don't give all your resources away. I'm not saying don't be there for them, but you've got to look after what you've got. So you've just got to trust your intuition how you connect with family. And just watch out for a family member who's very cold of his emotions. But when it comes to money, he's all there. And it just feels like just be careful. And it's like it just feels like, again, I've got focus on service. So they're saying, you like to be there for people. But when you're there for people, you need the right relationship with them. It's got to be in balance. So in other words, they may not be wanting of you, but are they giving you back? That's going to be a very good point. It's a bit like pouring a cup of water. If you keep giving and giving and giving and they don't give back, it's not good. And I just feel so, and just make sure that, they're sort of helping you in some kind of way. And it's almost like I feel so, for some reason, I've got play here with the angels. And I'm being told when the cat's out, the mice will play. I don't know why I'm being told that, but maybe it might have some meaning to you. It's just almost like, the cat's guarding the home. But while you're out, who's messing about around your back? So I just feel so just be careful what's going on with family. And just watch your home and make sure it's safe and secure and don't borrow your key to anybody. I don't want to worry you, but I just get the feeling it's something to do with family, and I just feel so I'm getting a bit of mistrust here. So it's like I just feel so just watch it. And I just feel so if somebody wants to stay in your home for a few short days and it's connected with family, can you really trust them? While the mice is out, the cats will play. Interesting, that is. Interesting. Right, let's have a look at finances as you move forward. Okay, so money's going to be a little bit up and down at the moment, but it's going to start building. And you can start to restore the balance. So finances will come good for you. And I just feel as though as you start to step into next year, you're going to be more motivated, and this is going to build your income up. And I feel as though it's good. But it's telling you to hold on to your money. Look after what you've got and be wise with it. Don't give it away. So you've got to look after what you've got. And let's have a quick look at your health. Right, keep an eye on your hands or your wrists aching a little bit. Watch your lower back aching, especially if you're sitting down a lot. And I'm being drawn to an eye test coming up with you. And don't go lifting everything up on your own. But other than that, you're generally alright. It's just little niggly things. And I just feel so, and just focus on your diet and keep it nice and balanced. But other than that, you should be generally okay. So that's good. And let's have a look at the year ahead for you. So over the next 12 months, anything you need to know, anything you should be doing, and generally what's going on around you. So a lot more happiness and joy to come out, because there's your sun card. What do you feel when the sun comes out? You feel great. Celebrations, the good times are coming. And this is you now moving off in a slightly different direction. And I feel so you're onwards and upwards. And just keep an eye out of this man around you. I feel so he's very strong-willed, very stubborn, very set in his ways. But he isn't a negative person. But, you know, don't pull your faith in him. Sometimes he may just let you down a little bit. Because I've got sort of feeling a bit stabbed in the back a little bit. And I feel so that's connected around work. But I just feel so positive relationships are coming now.